My name is John Yost. The film was White Creek that we just screened, and the film is kind of about an alternate universe where a family is trying to figure out how to deal with they live in a modern feudalistic times. Modern, I'm saying, is because it's an alternate universe, so it takes place now, but it takes place in an alternate universe. So they're trying to deal with that and trying to deal with how to get their brother out of prison and how to probably save their own selves from this situation. But his coming out of prison kind of shakes something loose, and then they have to deal with that. I won't give it too much away, but so it's
it's such a complex film, and I feel like I have to watch it again to kind of catch what some of the little things that were going on in the beginning.
Sure.
I'm sure that was very difficult to write. So how long did it take you to write that, to make sure that the symbolism was correct and that you had everything aligned so that, at least in your mind, it made sense at the end of the day?
Right. It was very much collaborative. We originally wrote a draft script that had every idea that we wanted into it, and we slowly distilled it down. We shot it actually over a year. We started in November of 2012, and we finished shooting in October of 2013, so maybe it was in 2 years, a year. We shot for a very long time. We shot over seasons to capture the seasons, and so we had the outline. We would shoot. We would discuss what we did and how we did it, and then we would adjust accordingly for the next. So we shot in November, January, twice in May, and then October again. So we would keep adjusting it to kind of the main idea that we had. And, because things happen. You get into shooting like, okay, well, this isn't exactly what we want, but this is even better. And we never even planned for that. So let's shoot with that. Let's go into editing. Let's look at what we just did. And then on the next time we get together in May, let's make sure we understand that that's the adjustment. So we almost shot chronologically so that we could continue to collaborate on whatever came our way, essentially, which was a lot of fun.
So is this the first time that you've made a film? So it's so big, you have to just be really prepared and pre-production and do all that so that you have all the people together at the same time, because that alone must have been hard to coordinate. The actors.
Actually, it was easier, and it sounds weird, but it's the fourth feature I've made. The first one was some buds got together and we made a movie, and we gave it out for free on the internet, and then someone liked that and was like, we'll give you a little more money, and then we wrote a script for that, and we did that all at once. We kind of did that all within a few weeks, and that worked out great. Enjoyed that. And then we tried again, and that went well, but that was like crammed, and it was like, okay, let's take a break, let's take a step back from it. And so it was actually a lot easier because we were doing a lot of great stuff, and then kind of having moments together to be like, let's adjust and let's go in this direction. So I think if you read the script itself, it's only 60 pages. The movie's 80 minutes long. So there's definitely moments that are improv, and then there's moments that were actually scripted. And so it was very, I want to do the same thing again, but I do want to do the same thing again with understanding exactly the shots. So a little less loose, but a little more this exact same time. So I would like to shoot from like September to December over the course of like 15, excuse me, 5 weekends, 5 extended weekends, but having, a lot more pre-production done, so it's not just as loose, but still understanding that that's a great way to work. It's great to adjust and to feel kind of where you're headed. So.
And tell me a little bit about your relationship with Frank. You hadn't worked with him before, correct?
Yeah. Frank Mosley is just he's fantastic, and he just came along, and he saw some of the stuff I'd done before. We just talked, and I was just like, hey man, I think you'd be great in this if you want to try it. And it was that way. I guess that's what I'm saying. It's like, so the end of the journey, beginning of the journey was like, let's just get together and make a movie. The end of it was like, fantastic. This is great. So Frank does nothing but support things getting the creative process of getting things made, and so having him is just because I'm going to keep doing it no matter what, and so having another person who's going to do it no matter what is just like it's unreal how much that translates to getting the actual, like, it's just two people that are champions for it. So
I feel like he brought a lot of people with him too, because I saw a lot of familiar faces.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I would be like, all right, well, let's, what do we think about this guy? And like, there's this is like, well, have you thought about this, that, and the other, this person, that person? And I had some phone calls with folks, and I'm like, we're just doing this. I really liked it actually because it was very honest. There was never like, I never felt like I talked to people that I normally wouldn't talk to because of Frank helping me out, and I'd just be like, well, this is what we're doing. Are you down to jive? And they just showed up like, let's make a movie. So I don't know. I never felt in any way that, and I don't think anyone should have to feel this way. Is that like, oh, this person's on set, that person's on set. It's just folks just showed up and like, we were all kind of making a movie together. It's just, it's the best feeling ever, just to kind of get together with a bunch of people that are amazing, collaborative, and intelligent, and just let's make a movie. Like, that's just fantastic. So,
and even the smaller characters are so memorable. Like Justin Arnold scares me.
Oh yeah,
he's so creepy and just intense. And
he was great. Like we had like an 2-hour long phone conversation, and by the end of it, he's like, well, John, let's make it, let's do it. Like, it just like, and then we just got on set, and he's just a great human being. I mean, like, that's the thing, is like, making movies should be about, in my opinion, getting a fun idea together, or a well put together idea together, like just an enjoyable idea, and getting all these enjoyable people together. And like, it shouldn't be, I've been on them. I don't like being on film sets. It's just like, oh, this is such a drag. It's just like, it was just every day we went to work, we just had, it was like going to film, it was like summer camp. It was like, every day was ice cream. It was just like, it's fantastic.
Aww.
So, I mean, but but he came with like I just met him on the phone, and then he showed up, and he was just so professional, just like, and he just brought his own thing to it, which was fantastic. It was just, I had so much fun working with him.
So let's talk a little bit about the canvas. I mean, visually spectacular. I assume you didn't have $50 million to make this film.
Did not.
So how did you use your resources to make such a beautiful, beautiful looking film, such a beautiful sounding film as well?
Everyone involved, everyone from the actors themselves, and from the crew members themselves, and from friends of family, people that we would approach, just were like, let's make a movie. Just the attitude overall was just like, let's make something interesting. So it was never, I never experienced of a what's in it for me type of situation. It was always like, well, let's just get together and make this movie. So, and everyone understood that, like, I wasn't doing this because I had, and everyone understood too, I think in some way, that whenever I could, I would give them money. Like, I wasn't like trying to not pay people, like, because I don't like that, like having like a small budget, like, well, you'll get credit. And, I mean, if I had money, I would give it to them. Like, it's just like whatever I can do to make this happen. So like making sure they got brought in and fed well and taken care of, and we all had a good time, and then that, I think that hopefully that, I can't speak for them, but hopefully that led to a certain amount of trust that I had their best interest in mind, which I always do. Like, I don't want to collaborate with someone and just bring them in and be like, you're going to do what I say, and you're not going to have a say in what I do, and you'll get whatever I give you. Like, I don't think that that's a way to do that kind of budget of a film like that. So I feel like there was a trust to a certain degree that, like, John is going to take care of us comfortably, and we're going to be comfortable, and we're going to be in a place where we can all collaborate on something and enjoy each other's company and make something that we're all very happy about. Like, so it's not just John's film, it's kind of our film. We're all doing something. Again, I can't speak for them, but I hope that that's what they felt, because that's what I try to do. I want them to, film is not made by one human being. I don't want to just be the guy that's just like, you do what I say. I'm not interested in that.
So you shot in New York, correct?
Upstate, yep. Upstate.
And I mean, that little castle thing in there, I mean, how did you get access to all that stuff? You have an awesome location.
I went to college with that gentleman's son.
Okay.
It's T. Breitenbach. T is actually Tom. He's a world-renowned artist and amazing artist, and he built that with his bare hands.
Wow.
Over a very long period. And actually, the archway that they walk through, he had just finished that with his own bare hands. He had made that. Like, he makes that. Like, so it's amazing. He's an amazing guy, and his son's an amazing person too. And his son just helped me on a short film. His son's a sound person, Travis. Just the warmest, nicest family on the planet. Just like, it was just kind of like, let's get together and make something. Just like one artist to another. Just like, I understand what you're doing.
Yeah.
And then I helped. He had an amazing solo show in Albany. I shot some stuff for him, and just it's a collaborative. It's very nice. But yeah, I've known that I've shot a few things at that castle since 2000. Since 2000.
Just
so
use that castle, right?
But, I mean, only for when it needs. Like that.
Yeah.
It's just like it's perfect for what that was, and it just immediately
really
came
was.
to it. And he's just he's a brilliant human being. The whole family are brilliant. So it was just great to work with him. So.
Well, congratulations. I mean, what does it feel like to be here at VideoFest? What does that mean to
It's
you?
fantastic. I mean, no matter when anyone so you make a movie and you're like, oh, I want this movie to be shown, obviously. And when anyone else ever says to you, I would like to show your movie, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. From the aspiring filmmaker who just picked up a camera to the cynical filmmaker who's been doing it forever, whatever the hell it is. But that's fantastic. Why would you not like support of people like, I want to show your movie? I want to make movies for the rest of my life, and I hope I never forget the fact that just the simple act of someone saying, I want to show your film, is just an amazing act of courage on their part to show it to another audience, because then they're on the line. And then to come here and to watch it being shown in the Alamo Drafthouse, which is by way, bucket list, check that off. I got to show it in Alamo Drafthouse. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It was also fantastically shown, and the sound was great. Like every aspect of it was great. So, I mean, I guess to answer your question, everything is awesome. What do you mean? Like, you just to be. I think sometimes people forget that it takes a great leap of faith for an organization to completely find themselves as an organization and then decide to show movies and then decide to show your movie to an audience that they then don't know how they're going to react. That's amazing. That's I almost the same leap of faith as me deciding to make a movie that who wants to see this movie. So it's a collaborative effort, and there needs to be more Dallas Fests, because there's a lot of people making movies, but maybe there's not as many people as taking the chances on that. So that's great.
So what's next for you? Where are you taking this film?
This film is hopefully going to be, not hopefully, it is going to be distributed in the next coming months.
Oh, congratulations.
Over across all the platforms. Looking forward to letting people know about it and getting out there. And a lot of people funded it, which is great. On Kickstarter, we had Kickstarter, and so I want to get to them, and I hope to show it to people, being like, this is what me and my wonderful collaborators can do, and how amazing these actors are, and we can just continue to make more films. And I've got other films that we're writing. I've spent a lot of this weekend watching movies and writing the next one with Frank Mosley, actually. Right.
So how can people follow you in this film on the social media?
It's up on Facebook, White Creek on Facebook, and then fifthcolumnfeatures.com is my company's website.
Okay.
Company, I say loosely in the sense of like our company is just trying to, like, you have a film, let's help you make it. So we have a website where we have our films. If you want to buy them there, we try to put them out in the other things, but it'll be up there when it comes out in the other things. It'll be up there as well. But it's just more of a like, here's what we do. Just make sure we can help you out in any way we can. And just I guess maybe being not naive, but just. I would like to think that we're all just still collaborators, so whatever I can do to give a hand, I'm 100% down to give a hand. So.
Well, thank you so much. Congratulations. I really hope they see your film, because it's amazing.
Oh, thank you. And thank you for seeing it as well. And anyone that can take a look at it, and again, 2 years from now, we're working with other people we met on the other thing, and then we make another. Like, it's just that's the important thing, is that we all continue making work. So, to me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.